Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the game The Unfinished Swan. Now, in episode 1, we discovered that we are in a world that is completely white, like we see over here, and we can throw balls of paint, balls of ink, and they will bounce onto the world and splat open, and that gives us the shape of the world. So we are exploring the shape of the world we are in by throwing balls of paint like this. And that way we can figure out what the shape is of the world, and we can also find out where we have to go when we know that shape. So I'm mainly just exploring as much of the world as I can, and sometimes we encounter little statues like this. Now we have a unicorn statue. And they are kind of like artworks that we are discovering in this odd little world of white canvas and paint. And the exploration so far has been about finding the shape of what's around you and just enjoying the discovery process of this beautiful world that we are in. So we have meat on a spit here. Or I don't know if that's the correct English term, like a rotating skewer. So we have some vases here. Next to a little bench. That was a bit too much paint. So you also don't want to overpaint because then it gets hard to see the shape and the edge of things. So it's better to spread out the paint bullets a little bit more. So here we see that there's a balcony above. Some boxes and barrels. Oh, here we have a box on a rope, it looks like. So there is some physics. We can run into the box and then it will move, or I can shoot a paint bullet at it and then it will move around. I have a little cart here. I'm getting stuck on an edge. Oh. And all of a sudden there's a staircase. This has been kind of the game so far. So you try to figure out what the shape of the world is, what the objects are that are in this world. And so far we went past a pond with some wildlife, a couple of fish. There was a frog that got eaten by a giant eel. And we're kind of discovering now a mansion, a house. We went through an arch, and we are now what looks like in a garden, kind of like a museum, with these statues on the other side. So I'm just trying to fill in the world to paint so I know where I am. So this staircase seems to arch over us, but then stops here. So this seems to be the other part of the bridge, but it might be broken. So let me step back for a second. So we see there that there's a balcony, but it has broken off, or perhaps just stops there with an arch underneath here. Continuing to here, but this part also stops midair. Little wooden structure here. Oh, here we hit an edge. That's probably the staircase, the underside. Here we have another pillar, but it doesn't look like there's something on top. Perhaps that's the pillar that the bridge is supposed to be supported by, but since it's broken off, this is now just an empty pillar. And then just for completionist's sake, there's a door, but I don't think I can open doors. Little fountain here. More boxes, or the one box at least. Okay, so it seems like this right staircase does go somewhere. So we now see the shape of things. So we have a house on this side. Can I throw higher? A little bit, but not much. With some plants on the outside. A spiral staircase here, or at least a curved staircase. But it is broken off on this left side. Down there we have a little fountain. And so our only way forward, it looks like, is on this staircase that is on the right side. Now I do see that balloon, and before I started, I had a little look at how many Steam achievements there were. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go for all of them. I just want to enjoy the game. Not sure what the achievements do, or I do know what they do. I saw something about catch 15 or 30 balloons, something like that. So I think these balloons are part of a mechanic. So I hit the balloon, and it says you can use the balloon to buy things. Is that this? Oh yeah, look, we now have one balloon. So we have balloon radar, but you do have to finish the game first. Then here for 5 balloons you can clean the canvas. So that's probably if you've been a little bit too enthusiastic throwing the paintballs and everything is too much shadowed and you cannot see contours anymore, then you can probably use this to clean the canvas. Early sketches and models created to help establish the game's look. Perhaps that is to make it a bit easier that you can see basic shapes. I'm not sure. Or maybe this is like the concept art of the game that the developers used. That could be cool, just as a nice to have. Then 30 balloons fires a steady stream of paintballs. Okay, something or two things unknown. One after the game is finished, one after you've found all balloons. Then unlock chapters. Access via the chapters menu. So I don't think I have a chapters menu right now. Perhaps because I have not finished chapter 1. And maybe these become available that you can skip forward and back. Then a sniper rifle. Fires balls with deadly accuracy, or not really. Actually, it fires balls in a straight line, sometimes. Unlocked after all balloons are found. So that's also something for perhaps a new game plus, or if you're replaying, that you can fire with a bit more accuracy. Stop time for balls. Pauses balls in mid-air, useful for throwing dozens of balls at once to make a giant mess. Now I do have the balloon to buy this. I don't know if I'll be using it throughout the whole game, but let's buy it and see what this does. So, so I can stop them right when I fire. Okay. Can I do it mid-air? I do like to have a bit more control, because now This for me is already too inked in to see any shapes clearly. So I think perhaps I'll use it later on. But right now I'm quite happy with how the game is presenting itself and how I'm exploring it. So I'll just continue the way I'm doing it. I'm not in a hurry. I'd rather take my time and explore the way I like to. So it looks like there is a ceiling here. Oh, that went farther than I expected. Little arch here. So we have two arches, and it seems like I can only advance to that right side. So here there's also a ceiling. Oh, and what's this? Huh? Is that a hippo? With a crown? Or a dog, perhaps? Bit hard to see. Perhaps I can go to that other side later. Or maybe I can jump over the gap. I don't know if there's fall damage or any... Oh, okay, he wasn't happy about it. So we are a little boy, according to the story. Jumping around here. That seems a little bit too far. But let's give it a try. No. Okay, so, but at least he's not breaking his legs. Let's continue this way. So again, we have the little swan feet on the ground here, giving us a bit of an indication at least where we are supposed to go. Little mustache with a crown. Don't think I can interact with it. So this is closed off, perhaps. We have to do or find someone with a mustache and a crown first, like a king figure. This crane does go on for quite a while. Perhaps that is a path if we can get up there, or something to find there at least. Oh, or this was the crane that is holding that box that is dangling there. Little shovel, pile of dirt, and I see a balloon. Is that the same balloon that we had before? I don't think so. Balloon 2 of 9. Okay, so not all of the balloons are colored, it seems.
The king was young, arrogant, and amazingly talented. He was convinced no color existed that was good enough for his garden, so he left it white. While he pondered how to create some new colors, his kingdom began attracting settlers, and soon he found himself with bigger problems.
Okay, so it looks like we are in perhaps the castle of the king. And here we see that same pointy mustache with the crown of that symbol that we saw on the door over here. Perhaps we have to find a way to get past this gate. See a bench. Okay, so there's a window or a branch. It seems like we have to go this way first. Okay, there's a little gate or something that perhaps boxes that are stacked. Some of them seem to have fallen over here. Oh, and here we see battlements of a castle, or like you would have in a castle. Do they continue on this side? Perhaps. So from this side, everything looks very messy because I came through the middle and because I made everything black from the other side. Not from this side. Here it's a little bit of a mess when we look at all these objects in the world. So let's see. Let's get all these boxes taken care of. And this is the other side of the gate. Okay, so there was an easy way here to get past. So we have another completely white canvas on this side with just this black box in the middle. A bench. Then it looks like there's a window here, so the windows don't bounce back or bounce back the bullets. The ink blots, they don't splatter when you hit one of the windows. So if I shoot there, it just bounces back. Another bench. So that's the corner of the house. We have some more plant pots. Aha. Oh. Did that bounce on the lamp? Perhaps that is so that you have at least that lamp point that stays white. Yeah. So it looks like if it's glass then, not just a window, the paint ball just bounces off. And then what's on this side? Looks like a plant, like a water trough with some water plants in it. And then here we have a little tower, or at least rounded corners. Okay. So it looks like this is just a little courtyard. Let's go through this tunnel, or this little arch. More lamps here. Oh, and we have a big hot air balloon, or a, for now, small hot air balloon. Now the fact that this floor is black, what does that mean? Am I going to fall in? Because I do see the swan feet down there, and it looks like this is too far for me to jump. Let me just check, was there anything that looked climbable, or is that just the way to go? No, I think that's just the way to go. Oh, there's a swan. So we have fallen. There's a gate on this side. What's on the other side of it? Looks like that's just closed off. We don't really see a path there. So let's just follow the swan feet here. Okay, so we have an arch. Part 2, the Watchtower. Okay, so we have... Oh, that went nowhere. Okay, so we are on a balcony, but there is a edge right above us here. So it looks like I have to jump over, because there's no path this way, nor the other way. Oh, I think we are inside of the house or the castle now. Because the thing there looks like a chair turned over, and this also looks like a chair facing a fireplace over there. So let's hop on down. Yeah, so look, I think this is a fireplace with a chair here, and then another one that is fallen over. And then we continue on this staircase. And a chandelier above our head. And then, okay, a spiked ball and an axe. So it does look like there are weapons here, like a weapons rack. Let's line out or outline these edges here. So we have here the balcony that looks to be broken. Then a staircase to locked gate there. Box. And then our swan's footprints are on here, so perhaps we jump down even more. So there is a low ceiling here. It looks like here the ceiling is gone. Wait. Whoa, that perspective is very weird. Have we been there? Because all of it is colored in. With these ink blots, have I done that? I'm curious now. Oh, it bounces back. So there is a gate or window. Huh, and the swan feet also go up here. Because we see the king's symbol or logo up there. So let's splatter this pillar to give the outlines, or make the outlines clear. Haha, I think I see. This is a kind of an infinite loop. So we see down there, you see the swan's feet that are going up the pillar and up that platform. Those are the same ones that we see over here. So when we are looking down from there, we are actually standing on the balcony. So I'll do a little experiment. So if I have here, I have a white spot. Now if I go here and I fire a bullet there, we should see it show up over here. Yeah, and it does. So I think in order to get up, we have to go down. But I do want to see what's over here. This door. Is that also more infinite corridor stuff? I think so. So look, so we have the pillar with the footsteps there. And if we go through this door, we are right back at that exact same place. Yeah, so it looks like there's multiple pathways, like we come up this stairs here, or this staircase. You have a door on the right, door on the left. You have what looks like a platform that we have to go through with these swan feet, and then we see those exact same feet down there. So I think what we have to do now is jump over here, or perhaps just fall off, and then we will land on the platform behind us to that upper level. So towards where these two vases or amphoras, how do you call those? Where they are. Yeah, so now we're up here. Looks like a table and chairs here. Oh, and the door has locked behind us. Looks like a platform up there with some buckets. Can I shoot those off? No. I don't know if the game has any secret parts that you can do. Strange interaction. So far we've only seen the balloons. But since now we had like a little bit of 3D connectedness in a strange way, perhaps the game is now expanding to more advanced concepts. So I don't know if it's expecting me to do other puzzle things or exploration things. So we do get more and more outlines. Of things to figure out.
The king's new subjects were tired of White. They were tired of tripping, of banging their shins, of misplacing their homes. So they started painting everything, ruining the king's spotless design. In response, the king outlawed all non-magical brushes and pledged to spend the next month painting shadows for his kingdom.
Okay, so we are starting with that white world, and we are the ones now painting everything, so we are not bumping our shins. And perhaps these things then, the gray areas, they are like the beginning of what the king is doing with his shadow painting. Oh, little wheel there, didn't notice that before. So I'm just trying to get a sense of scale of everything, how big these rooms are that we are in by outlining them. Okay, another wood platform there. Oh, and for the first time we have more color, more different colors. Bluish hues here. Oh, and also now we have the full 3D models with shadow, although not this one yet. Balloon there. Aha. So this wall is not all the way to the ceiling, or there perhaps is no ceiling there. So I can shoot over it. And on the other side there is water. Oh, is this an aquarium?
Whoa.
Cool. Is that the creature that ate the frog at the start of the game? Like we were in or next to the pond at the very start? and there was a frog that jumped in the water and got eaten, I think, by that same creature. So perhaps this is like an aquarium where we are looking now into that pond. Although I feel like we have been going up and up and up to higher levels. But let's see. Part 3, the first castle. Does the monster come for the ball? No. I wanted to see if it would come up. Oh, so this wall is also not infinitely high. So are these stairs telling me I have to go into the water? Because there's also ones there. Let's see what happens if I go into the water. Can I swim? Oh. Oh, I just drowned. Okay. Can't swim. Okay, we learned that thing. Now, before I go into the castle, I'm going to end this segment here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next episode.